Welcome to ITK 35. Now, in this video, wait a minute. In this video, I will show you some like class keyword and implement keyword and extend keyword in depth. In this video, I will show you what is where we use what is use of, and some definition also I will give you. What is use of class extends and elements keywords. What project topic agenda is this? So now first point is our class keyword. First point is class keyword. Class keyword. Where we use class keyword. Now, class keyword. Point number one is the class keyword. Class is a Java keyword. It can be used to represent class. It can be used to represent a class. It can be used to represent class. Can be used to represent what is class. Okay, class. It's also class object oriented feature. Okay. Class is the keyword. It can be used to represent object-oriented features. It can be used to represent class object-oriented features. Okay. Point number next is class name. Class name is a name. Class name is a name. Identifiers. It can be used to recognize. It can be used to recognize the class individually. The classes individually. Okay. Class individually. The next point is the class is identify. Identify means it can be used to recognize the class individually. Now, in-depth point is, so now my point is, this is the 2 point is important. But now, a very useful point, a Java class keyword is the most common keyword which is used to declare a which is used to declare a new Java class. It is used to declare a new Java class. Okay. A class is a nothing but what is a container. A class is nothing but a container that contains what is that? That contains the block of the block of code. A block of code that includes fields, methods, and constructors, etc. Constructors, etc. Okay, this is the very important point for the classes. Next point is class is also called blueprint. Class about the class. The class is a template or blueprint. Blueprint from which object? From which object? From which object are created? It is logically entity. It is the logical entity. It can't be physical. It can't be physical. It can't be physical. This is the total about remember some points. Remember some point when declaring a class. Remember some points. When you declare a class, you should remember this point. What is that point? No, point number one. Every object in instance of a class. Every object is an instance of a class. Every object instance of a class. Okay. The class can contain one or more classes. This concept can be called, what is that? This concept can be called nested class. Nested class. Okay. So this is the rule. Also, you can call this this is the rule. We can assign only public scope, abstract. We can assign only public, abstract, and strict FP. And final modifiers. Modifiers to class. Now, however, However, we can assign. We can assign. However, we can assign. However, we can assign. What is that? We can assign other. Other. We can assign other like private, protected, and static to the inner class. Inner class. Inner Java class. Okay. This is the point you should remember. Next point is next point is next point is very important point is that class must be inside a class where class is the a class a class name a class name must be unique within a package. This is the very important point. Class name should be unique. Class name should not be matched. We can use a class keyword, as a class and class to get class object without needing an instance of that class. This is total about the class keyword. What is that? Class is the Java keyword. It can be used to represent a class object oriented features, and class name is the identifier. It can be used to recognize the class individually. This is the some rules are there to declaring class. Next keyword is extend. Extend keyword. Extend keyword. What is that? Extend keyword not color change. Okay. Extend keyword is able to specify a particular superclass name in class syntax. In order to in order to get variable in order to get variable and methods variables and method from the specified specified super class that is specified super class. When you use extend keyword, you can access superclass member inside a subclass to refer present present class present class or subclass. You will call it subclass. Okay. So now point is that where the Java keyword extend keyword is very useful. The extend keyword in Java, the extend keyword in Java useful when we want to inherit 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 the properties and method of a present class. Extend keyword is useful when we want to inherit the properties and methods of a parent parent class in our child class called child class or also subclass. Child class. Now, next point is the extend keyword. The extend keyword establish the inheritance relationship between between two classes, not more than that. Okay, we can inherit only one class, one superclass, not more than that. Why? Because Java not supporting multiple inheritance. Java supports only multi-level inheritance. Some other video I will tell you what is the multiple inheritance, all these things. Hmm. Some remember point to remember. Remember, what is that point? When using like extend keyword, some points are there to remember. Class A class can extend. A class can extend a, what is that? Maximum of one class only. The class can extend maximum. Class can extend the maximum of one class only. That's it. This is the rule number one. Is that now? Second, remember point is class. Class extends another class. Class extends another class. It can. It can be override the. It can be override. It can be override the methods. Method defined in a superclass. We can override it. Which method is present inside the okay. We can. This is the very important point. Put more concern. This is we can also use the extend keyword to when we want an interface. Okay. To inherit one interface to another. To extends or inherit another interface. Okay, this is the rule. Also, you can rule until remember point are there. Now, some note points I want to tell you. Note kind of thing. Note is there. What is the note? Note point in class syntax. In class syntax. In class. In class syntax. In class syntax extends. Extend keyword is able to allow only is able to allow only one super class name. It will it will not allow it will not allow it will not allow more than one superclass. It will not allow more than one superclass because because it will represent multiple inheritance because it will represent multiple inheritance. It is not possible in Java. It is not possible in Java. That's it. This is all about extend keywords. And next is what is that? Next is important keyword called implement. Implements. Okay, this is the implements keyword. Put more concentration where we use implement keyword or where we not use. So now, implement keyword is able to specify one more number of one more one or more number of interfaces. It allow multiple inheritance by using this keyword. By using implement keyword in Java, allow multiple inheritance. So the point is that what is that? Implements keyword is able to specify one or more one or more number of interface in class. Okay. That's it. Provide the point provide implementation implementation provide implementation for all abstract method of that interface in the present class in the present class. That's it. Next point is some rules, some remember points are there. There's also some remembering points are there. We can use the keyword, we can use the implement keyword, we can use implement keyword while implementing 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 an interface. Yes, first point. Okay. Next is the a class. A class can implement an interface using the interface using the implement keyword. Now, the point is an interface. An interface is a abstract type. And that type abstract type in Java. In Java that contains that contains a collection of that contains a collection of abstract abstract methods. Okay. So methods. So we say we cannot create object object of an interface. of an interface. Of an interface. In the mother session, when I will discuss interface concept, when I will discuss interface, then that video I will discuss all this point in depth. Why we not declare, why we cannot create object of an interface, why we cannot. So some points, note points are there. We try to collect. Okay. This is all about implement keyword. Nothing is more than that. Okay. In case, in case syntax extends, this is the very important point. Keyword. In case syntax extends keyword is able to allow only one superclass. Superclass, but implement implements keyword is able to allow is able to allow able to is able to allow is able to allow is able to allow more than is able to allow more than one interface. That is. So this is all about interface. This is all about implements keyword, and this is all about extend keyword, and this is all about class keywords. So thank you for watching. Join our YouTube channel. That channel link I will show you. Don't worry. First search YouTube. Inside YouTube, you will get these videos, and also I will share you one thing. What is that? My trick study park. Search ITRI. This channel you will get. All these things are there. Like one batch is going on. Advanced Java. 1 p.m. All every day 1 p.m. you will get one video, very good video, and with the practicals. Okay. So up to that, it's called it a type of result set. I'm discussing type of result set in there. Go and watch the video if you want. If you want to learn free, then you can watch this video. Or if you want the notes, so go here. 1 minute. If you want the notes, so go my Instagram page. I Trick Study Park, same name is there. I Trick Study Park and follow. You will get the notes. Access modifiers notes are there. I will upload these notes on this page, so you will get it. Thank you for watching. We will meet next video.